that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, family? It's Tuesday, baby. It's Tuesday indeed. I can't make this thing go quietly into fade in there because I'm running the show by myself. Travis is previously engaged, and so we'll just have to stop it. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate it so much. Let me see who jumped in here first. Randy Peterson. Woo, pig. I got the cookies, Randy. Randy Peterson sent me some cookies. These are black walnut crisps from Miss Haynes Moravian Cookie Company out of North Carolina, I believe. And man, this lady knows how to make some very good cookies. Randy Peterson, brother, I appreciate that. And man, the smell. Mama knew it the minute the box came in. Oh, that's cookies. I smell them. You could smell them, baby, and they are delicious. Randy Peterson, thank you very much for the cookies, and thank you, brother, for being here. Oh, yeah. Woo, pig, brother. Dwayne Dwezzle's here. Bethy Brown is with us. Jenny Tarasi. Jenny Tarasi is here. Let me see. Buddy Davis. Hey, Buddy, my brother, how are you doing, my friend? If y'all haven't checked out his Buddy Davis music, y'all need to do that because he is an outstanding artist. Linda Douglas is with us. Janda Shedler, I hope Luke and Lindsay are fine. Glad you're here, baby. Our resident archaeologist, John Herron. Heidi ho, buddy. How you doing? Adina Michaels here. Richard Phillips. Oddly Wired is here. Thank you, baby, for being here. Gene Shanky. My brother, Greg Talbert, out in California. Thank you for being here. Greg, where did you go? Oh, there you are. Michael James is with us. The Remixtress is here. Dwayne Twizzle, Carol Gillens, Michael James, Karen Van Wyk, my buddy Tammy Ames, Nana Lovely, Irish Giselle, Seraphin Coley. I hope I said that right. Thank you for being here. Let me see, who else? My buddy Keith Thompson up in Minneapolis, Minnesota is here. Oh, this thing just going to make me piss off. It just keeps skipping around. Doug in Texas, brother, glad you're here. Damn it. Tracy Tobias, always a pleasure that you're here, darling. Jeff McGrath, Teresa Diggum, Paula, thank you for being here. I'm flying solo today, baby. So be cautious with buttons I push. I hope y'all have had a great day. It's been raining down here, so had chores I had to do anyway. Had to make a run into town all the way into Corpus today and back, so it ate up a whole lot of my day. I did not get to see the speech by our President Joe Biden, but I did get to listen to it. And boy, howdy. He called it for what it is, an assault on our democracy. An assault on our democracy, and that is what the Republicans are trying to do across this country with voting laws. And I'm very proud of the Texas State Democrats who are now visiting Washington, D.C., trying to rally the troops, trying to get the For the People Act passed, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act passed. These are major steps that have to be taken to be able to stop what we're seeing. And Joe Biden called it out. He said we face the greatest threat since the Civil War. The other day I spoke about this. I spoke about when Lincoln spoke at Gettysburg, when he said, testing whether this nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated could long endure. He wasn't sure it would, baby. He wasn't sure, because it had to be fought for every damn time. And here we are in 2021, and we're facing what Joe Biden called out as 21st century Jim Crow laws with this bullshit, trying to restore the confidence in the electoral system. Really? How about you quit trying to demolish it, to demean it? That's what the Republicans are doing nowadays with the big lie. Let's just lie. Yeah, there was cheating all over the place. We have to fix this shit. No, there was nothing to fix, baby. Most secure election in our history. But we're still putting up with the bullshit. The bullshit. But that bullshit is equating into laws across this country. Yes, I am very proud of the Texans that left this state to deny the Republicans here in Texas a quorum to be able to vote on this. My governor has already issued arrest warrants. Wants them arrested, round them up and bring them back in here. We'll lock them inside the Capitol until they get this done. That's Greg Abbott for you. He's not interested in voting rights at all. He's interested in keeping his ass in power. He's coming up for election, baby. He's trying to deny people the right to vote, to make it as hard as they can here in Texas to make somebody, let somebody vote. Because they damn sure don't want Harris County voting. And millions of, those other people live there. Those other people are Americans, citizens of this country who have a voice in our democracy. But there are those in this state and across our country that are not trying their best to deny that right, to make it harder. No, it's not count the jelly beans in the jar. It's every other hoop. They're not trying to gather people to participate in this democratic society. No. They're trying to limit who gets to go vote. It doesn't make a lot of difference out there in them red districts all over Texas. They ain't got nobody living in them but a few people. Well, hell, it works out great for them. But not in large population areas. They're trying to restrict it, cut the flow down, make it difficult. Maybe they'll give up. Maybe they won't vote. That's the Republican Party plan. That and just the outright lying and demonizing of our nation. I noticed one of the stations said that that speech today, and it was a powerful speech, was carried by all the networks except one. That's right. Fox spews the bullshit mountain of fake-ass bullshit news. They were heavily involved in discussing the Bill Gates divorce going on. That's really important to them Republicans out there, how Bill Gates' divorce is coming along. They don't want to cover one of the most important speeches about our democracy that the president was giving. No, they were too inclined to go with the Bill Gates story because they don't want their little maggots, their little minions, learning anything. They don't want them to be inspired by this president to stand up and do the right thing. Oh, Lordy. It is pitiful. It is pitiful. I don't, we'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, let me call out these thanks before we get everybody in the room. That way I don't get all backed up. Maria Betancourt, I want to call her out. 2 days ago, I guess at the end of the last show, she came in with a $5 donation and said, CPAC, 70% for Trump POTUS. Thank you, Maria Betancourt. And yes, isn't it disgusting? Yes. 71%, as a matter of fact, I understand, voted for Donnie to be POTUS in 24. Their pick for their run. So we know what's going on, baby. We see it. And Keith Beal came in with $10. Keith, thank you very much. Tell Kathy I said hello, baby. And Jeff McGrath came in with $5 and said, I hope everyone is vaccinated. If you have not been vaccinated yet, please get out there and get your shot, baby, because this shit's coming back, and it's coming back with a vengeance, this Delta thing. Anyway, Paula came in with $5 and said, missed you all. Baby, thank you very much. And we miss you when you're not here. We miss all our Blue Dots if they're not here. Anyway, let me see who's in the room here. Johnny Fly, are you in here? Oh, wrong mouse. Johnny Fly, can you hear me? Let me see if I can operate this thing now. I got, let me see. Hit these buttons here. And people should magically just appear in the damn show. Johnny Fly, are you with us? He's got himself muted there. TW, I see you're on.
Don Fly's got his mute on.
Yeah, I see that. How you doing, Bill Jones?
Hello.
Bill? Can you hear me?
I'm here.
All right. Johnny Fly, can you hear me?
Hello.
Johnny
I
Fly,
think
can
we
you
just
hear
lost
me?
John.
I can hear you. Can
Yep,
you hear
we
me?
can hear you now.
I can
Okay.
hear us.
It was
I
me.
didn't hear you for the longest time. I didn't know if you were on.
It was me. I didn't hit the damn button. Johnny Fly, are you here?
I am here, sir.
There you go, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
A little angel somewhere told me to keep an eye on you tonight.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Just hover over the shoulder, baby. Keep a good eye. I promise I'll behave myself. Yes, I'm here with all the buttons so I
Okay.
can do anything. Anyway. Sparky Dunk, are you here, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing?
No, it's a little cooler today. It's
Well-
only 102, maybe.
Only 102 today. So it's cooling off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Get out the sweater,
It's
maybe
supposed-
put a log on the
Supposed to
fire.
be 99 tomorrow. But the biggest news are the fires out here. There's
Yeah.
one going on the other side of the mountain from me, east side. I'm on the west side, but the other side of the mountain, towards Nevada, California border. There's a big fire going on over there that burned up a little town called
ahead.
Doyle, California.
Yeah.
And then we were worried about the fire up in Oregon affecting the western it's called WAPA, the Western Area Power Authority. Power
WAPA.
lines are big transmission lines.
Yeah.
Taking that down, that's going to affect California because they distribute power off that grid.
Indeed. Yeah, these fires not only burn up a lot of our environment, but they'll knock out your power or burn your house down. You know, and there's 57, I think, if my mind is right, already right now. Wildfires burning across this country. So.
Yeah, it's the worst wildfire. It started earlier this year, so they're calling it's going to be the worst wildfire season ever.
That's what they're expecting.
Yes.
Boy, howdy shit.
Yeah,
Park-
but, just keep remembering we don't have climate change now.
No, that's all made up. Anyway, let's get Bill Jones in the room. Bill, are you with us?
I think I am. Am I here?
Yes, sir, you are. I had a great conversation with you on the phone today.
Well, yeah, thanks for the call back. We've been trying to touch base with each other for like 3 weeks. We finally got a few minutes. So that's
Finally
good.
got a few minutes today to be able to sit down and have a conversation, and I got your message with the 3-minute video.
Oh, man.
As a matter of fact,
Powerful-
I am debating.
powerful 3.5.
I don't know how else to do it here in a minute. I'm going to play that and just hold it up here to the microphone because my
It's a
tech guy
3-minute
isn't here.
video. It's kind of the highlight. It's when
Yeah.
he talks about taking the oath and
Yeah.
defending the Constitution
Yes,
against enemies, foreign and domestic.
and I like the way he emphasized that. Foreign and domestic. So
I was so proud of that, man. My president, our president today. I have never
That's
seen
right.
him. I've never seen him so focused. And
That
when
was
you see
powerful.
this clip, you said you listened to it on the radio. You watched his.
yeah,
the
I got to
focus
see
in
it.
his
I
eyes.
listened to this
His-
live now, but I didn't get to see it. I was in my truck.
his body language, the tone of voice, the look in his eyes. That man was serious as a heart attack, buddy.
Yeah, he was.
He is not goddamn happy with the Republicans. He's my friend.
He made me
He's not happy.
happy.
with-
And
Oh,
I'm
man.
going to play that here in just a second. Let's get everybody in the room,
Oh,
and,
sure.
then we'll do that. Let me see.
All right.
Tony Boyd. Tony. My man,
Yeah,
Tony. How you
yeah, I'm
doing,
here.
brother?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm up with the rest of y'all now.
Oh, there you go. See
I
that?
got my last COVID shot yesterday.
Outstanding,
Oh,
brother.
Good
Outstanding.
for you, man.
It makes you feel
for you.
different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you, yeah, that's right, baby. I might get it, but I'm not going to die. That's that game. That's that game.
Exactly.
You know.
No, my boy told me I was gonna be stuck to my refrigerator for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got to watch that. Just, the microchip you don't even notice, but the lizard skin, on the back of the neck, it just,
Nah,
What can you
the
do?
new thing is, you can stick the circus peanuts to your head and lifesavers.
yeah, there you go.
Well,
There
my
you go.
understanding
what it
is,
How you doing, TW?
Yeah.
well, my
How are you?
understanding is,
I'm doing fine, brother. Glad to have you here.
I was just going to say, John,
Yes.
my understanding is they're saying it's the mark of the beast, so maybe that's what he's gotten.
Well, that's it. It's so disgusting to watch. And they do these news reports on these anti-vaxxers and stuff, and it's just it's disparaging. It's sad. These are people within our country who are telling their friends, their neighbors, and their constituents, you can't force us. And oh, by the way, if they come give you a shot, they could come take your gun. They could come take your Bible. Next thing you know, they'll be father rapers coming to your door, and they're going to rape your father right there in front of God and everybody, just because that's what the Democrats do. It's ignorance
Yeah, if I
at the
was you, I'd
deepest
move out
level.
of Texas anyway.
It amazes me.
You're Greg Abbott. I swear, man.
Oh,
You
that
guys
guy.
need to find a new
We're trying,
place
baby.
in Texas or kick his ass out.
Beto O'Rourke, baby. He's coming soon to a Texas
Well,
city near you.
Oh, so
I'm
I tell
waiting
you
to
what,
see it,
John,
brother. I'm waiting to
I
see
tell
it.
you what, I'm so proud of those Texas Democrats.
I am
And,
too. I am too.
I sent you Miss T's Brown. Boy, she was excited too.
Yes.
Did you get to see it?
To get, anytime you can have tea with Miss T, do that. She's on Facebook. She does her rants a lot of
She's
times
great.
early in the morning on her way to work. She'll turn on that camera and tell you what is it. And I got an opportunity to watch her last night a little bit live, and but my thing kept freezing up, so it would freeze for a little
Well,
while,
she
and I'd have to
mentioned-
wait.
She mentioned your name specifically today, John.
Oh, did she? Well,
yes,
bless
she
her heart.
did.
Don't not.
Yeah.
Was she cussing at me?
No, she was praising you. Really,
Oh.
she basically was saying that the Texas Democrats, they have got it on, man. They are
This is
doing
not
it.
the first time they've done this. Years ago. Just recently, several weeks ago, they left in the middle of the night, an hour or so before the vote on this same issue, to deny the Republicans a quorum, and it failed the regular session. And then, just like Abbott said, he's going to call
Well,
a
they were
special session,
saying-
and that's what this is. So
yeah, they were saying on the news today. They said that Abbott wants to arrest them, but he wouldn't arrest Ted Cruz for going down to Cancun and all these other
Yeah,
ones for not doing their job during the fucking flood.
He is concerned with this bill right now. That's all. That's it. He's
you know
got a
what?
limited amount of
You know what,
time to
John?
stop people from voting.
Hey, John,
Yes, sir.
did you see where Beto O'Rourke was raising money through Act Blue for the Texas people in Washington? He said yesterday, I heard him say they already raised $70,000.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of support from Texas Democrats. Yes, I got an email from him, and where does it go? Is it this one? Thomas Morgan, brother, I love you. I got some more stuff from Thomas Morgan we need to put out there. No, it's not that one. It's the other one. Oh,
That
shit.
reminds me,
Anyway,
John, did you get my card I sent the other 2 days ago?
your card?
Yeah, I sent you a card.
Yes, I think I called it out.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear it.
You didn't?
No, I tried.
Oh, no. I called
I'm
it
not
out.
that
I remember.
vain.
Yes, you are. Don't lie to us. Are you shitting us? Oh, I'm not vain. Oh, man, come on, buddy. You think you...
Well, now that
Well,
you
just
mention
because it's
it,
the truth that you're a walking, talking, magic magnet to, I don't know. Anyway, speaking of mail, I did get some today, and it came from Ronald Lazone in Winona, Minnesota. And he included a nice donation there, and he said, "Hold the high ground. Nancy and I support you, and we'll stay tuned. Faithfully yours." And Ron, Nancy, and Patches the cat. And I appreciate that so much. That was so cool. Anytime we get the support of the fur babies, I'm good. And then I got I got a nice little card from Bobby and Mary Packer up in Brandon, Wisconsin, and it was really cute. The post-Cheeto era, the South Dakota governor is in the news for having rented out 50 National Guard, and he got a big kick out of that anyway. We got also a big kick out of the Palin of the Prairie. That's what they call her. And anyway, Mary and Bobby, thank you so much. Both they include a nice little donation in there also. And so we appreciate that. And on that note, I want to thank Gary Spring, who sent down 2 beaver bucks all the way from Canada. Gary, we appreciate it. And Jeremy McDonald, who donated $10 to Super Chat. Jeremy, thank you very much. And Michael Johnson just came in with $2 and said, VFW time, Tuesday with great veterans Blue Dots. Michael Johnson, have a great time, brother. Have a great time.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
I got to tell you a funny story.
What funny story have you got, KW?
Last night I was sitting watching the Young Turks.
Oh, the good show.
I was kind of just watching, and they were talking about, all the stupid stuff.
That's what they usually do. Sit around while you watch.
And, well, it was kind of funny, because I look over, and Mark's, paying attention, and I'm like, are you learning politics?
Hey, you damn right he is. And we expect him to go up there and put his paw on the ballot, too, baby.
Yep.
Get his vote in.
Maybe he'll vote.
We're accused of it.
I thought it was hilarious. He sat there and listened to the whole program. I said, well, good for you. I said, maybe you're a blue dot at heart. And he just looked at me and stuck his tongue out.
Of course he is.
Well, you know what, John? What was it on MSNBC today? I heard Ted Cruz was complaining that the Democrats, man, they got on that plane and went to Washington. And then the MSNBC moderators happened to speak up, and he said, yeah, now isn't that the height of hypocrisy? He ends up going down to Cancun and wanting to go down.
Yeah, that Ted Cruz calling out the Democrats for going to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, they went to Washington, D.C. so they'd be safe, and he goes down to Cancun and leaves the dog at home.
Yeah, figure that one out.
Yeah, because he doesn't give a shit about the dogs, and guess what? He don't give a shit about Texas citizens. Ted Cruz is just like every other.
He doesn't give a shit about nothing about
He's out to sell
If he gave a
himself.
shit about Texas, he would help you guys out, but he don't.
Oh, looky here! I just glanced over at the news, and it says feds arrest 5 family members from Texas in a new U.S. Capitol riot case. 5 members of the family. They all got together. Yeah, come on, let's go up to see the Donnie. He's going to talk, and he wants us all to be there. So get your ass up there and be a dumbass.
You mean the same family?
Jesus, yes, I guess. I don't know. I just see the headline.
Hey, they
5
stick
family
together
members. Yeah, I guess they was on tour show. Well, look, they're inviting us in. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. That's what they're trying to sell now.
Yeah.
That's what families are for.
Yeah.
Hey, John, something I want to share real quick.
Okay.
You came on a little bit earlier. I meant to say it when you first brought me into the room, but it skipped my mind, and it just came back in my brain. I figured I better do it now before it disappears again.
Do it now.
But the Trump Organization, they announced today, he played his cards, by the way. He's in Texas Hold'em, and he played all his cards today. The Trump Organization took all the powers away from Mr. Weisenberg.
Yep. How you like that shit?
Yeah, isn't that funny? Isn't that kind of funny that they do that right now? That just shows guilt.
Well, what that's going to do is that's going to force Weisselberg's hand.
Yep.
He has no choice right now but to turn state's evidence because Donnie just threw him under the fucking bus.
Yeah.
Threw him under the bus.
My understanding, Bill, they said something about they stripped him of 40-some.
Yeah, he's not totally gone out of everything yet. They stripped him.
Florida.
They stripped him of a lot.
They took him out of the power game and the the game.
Yeah,
so,
they did.
Yeah. So.
And it's a
and
signal.
the only people that can sign any checks
Alan
now
who?
are Trump family members. He
Good
can't
one,
sign
Chris.
any more checks.
Alan
So
who? Isn't that guy that went to prison for Donnie? Yep, that's him.
It's just a little coincidental. It's like I was the New York custom or the agency, I'd be jumping all over them and saying, "Guess what? It's time for you guys to."
Who just said that? Just Coggins Funny that those lawyers lose their crap when they're taken to task by a federal judge. Yes, have y'all seen Keeping Up with that little story? The lawyers, Sidney Powell and the rest of them that were all up in there bringing lawsuits, this whole bunch of lawyers, they're fixing to lose their damn license. Fixing to be disbarred, and they should be.
Yep.
You know.
I agree.
Yeah, aren't they supposed to have like I forget what they call it, but they're supposed to get this certain action taken against them by the judges for filing these lawsuits that were
Yes.
I don't know if they call them frivolous.
They're frivolous.
Or what, but
They
they're
did not do
true.
due diligence. They did
Right.
not,
No.
they came up with all, at one point they had hundreds of affidavits claiming all sorts of weird shit. Did you do due diligence and investigate this and get the affidavit and verify that it's true? No, we didn't do that. We just got the complaint. So that's good enough, ain't it? No. Due diligence
from
means you
people
have to
that
check
saw
that shit out
aliens,
before you bring it to court, you idiot. All of
Okay,
us know.
just to the Republican people that voted for Donnie, if you guys are listening,
I'm
think
sure we
about
got a
it.
few.
he's guilty. He's guilty. He's guilty. Why would he be
What?
firing all these people? Is he firing all these people? Because he knows that they're coming after him.
Tracy Tobias,
because
have a
he's
beautiful
done
evening, baby.
wrong. He's done wrong.
This is done wrong.
Everything he's done
And that's
was
the
wrong.
reason he's getting rid of all these people, because he doesn't want them to talk. Well, piss them off long enough, Donnie, they're going to talk.
This one man is responsible for so much chaos in this country. Right now. And he is still out there spouting this shit, trying to demonize a federal agent for doing his job when he shot the lady trying to crawl through the window.
Ashley.
Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
Ashley
she
Babbitt.
got shot, and I'm sorry she was stupid enough to go through the damn window, and I'm sorry she was stupid enough to be involved in an insurrection against her own country. But she got there thanks to Donnie Trump, the guy in the
Hey, John.
Oval Office who was sitting there at the time watching TV just laughing his ass off because all of them were fighting for him.
Hey, John,
Not the country.
Why are
Him.
we still dealing with Donald Trump?
Because
I
they're-
thought that nightmare left.
It's not him. Well, we're not dealing with him. We're going to have to deal with the aftermath of him, which is all of these Republicans, including my congressman, Michael Cloud here in District 27, the hide-and-seek guy, the insurrectionist leader, I think. He was entangled up in the same shit, in my opinion. And, but it
There's a lot
is
of people
what
that
this
were
has done
entangled.
to this nation, and we're watching it, and that is what Joe Biden spoke about today, is the aftermath of what Trump has done, and he did put it in a very, very distinct way, and forgive me for the odd way we're going to do this, but I do. If you haven't heard that speech today, this is a 3-minute clip. Thanks to
And
our
it was
friend.
an awesome speech.
It was
Yes,
an
it was.
awesome speech. I missed I just tried to get Bill. Well, I missed probably 7 minutes because I had to get out of my truck and do something and come back in my truck. And then another time when I was going through some gates and I had to turn the volume down, so I missed it while I'm going through. Anyway, I missed a
You can
few
hear the
minutes.
whole thing online.
Yeah, you can hear the whole thing online, but this is going to be a 3-minute clip. Well, after we get through the energy commercial here that some octopus is trying to sell us.
The power must always be with the people.
The power must always be with the people.
That's why, just like
They're not trying to sell you some shiny hiney, are they?
will engage in an all-out effort to educate voters about the changing laws, register them to vote, and then get the vote out. We'll encourage people to run for office themselves at every level. We'll be asking my Republican friends in Congress and states and cities and counties to stand up for God's sake and help prevent this concerted effort to undermine our election and the sacred right to vote. Have you no shame? Whether it's stopping foreign interference in our elections or the spread of disinformation from within, we have to work together. Vice President Harris and I will be making it clear that there's real peril in making raw power, rather than the idea of liberty, the centerpiece of the common life. Founders understood this. The women of Seneca Falls understood this. The brave, heroic foot soldiers of the Civil Rights Movement understood this. So must we. This isn't about Democrats or Republicans. It's literally about who we are as Americans. It's that basic. It's about the kind of country we want today, the kind of country we want for our children and grandchildren tomorrow. And quite frankly, the whole world is watching. Folks, I'm not being sentimental. I'm not preaching to you. I'm just giving it to you straight, as I promised I would always do. Lay things out on the line. Honor your trust with trust. So hear me clearly. There's an unfolding assault taking place in America today, an attempt to suppress and subvert the right to vote in fair and free elections. An assault on democracy, an assault on liberty, an assault on who we are as Americans. For make no mistake, bullies and merchants of fear, peddlers of lies, are threatening the very foundation of our country. It gives me no pleasure to say this. I never thought in my entire career I'd ever have to say it. But I swore an oath to you, to God, to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. And that's an oath that forms a sacred trust to defend America against all threats, both foreign and domestic.
That's pretty powerful.
It is.
I liked what he said at the end. That he, when he said,
To defend from foreign and domestic. That's the oath any of us that served took. To defend this country from those foreign and domestic who would tear us apart. And that, my friends, is exactly what the Republican Party is trying to do right now. Tear us apart. To deny Americans the right to vote.
I hope some Republicans were paying attention when he said, for those Republicans out there that care about our country, I'm looking for a few of you to stand up.
Yeah.
Man, I thought that was powerful.
Yeah. I thought that was very
stand up and,
That was cool.
and those within
Yeah.
our own party
Yeah.
too who may
They
be
need to
hesitant.
stand up and they need to stand up and grow some balls. That's
Yes.
what they need to do.
Yeah.
On that note, Ben Stroud came in with $10 and said, Mr. Don the Con said on Fox News he was running in 2024. And he said another insurrection is coming. And he also said there's going to be an assassination in the next insurrection. Lord have mercy, Ben. I don't know where you get some of it, but I'm telling you, if that's what it
Does he have
takes, he
proof
would
of
do
that?
it in a heartbeat. Are you shitting me? Yes, he will inspire another insurrection. Yes.
Does Ben have proof of him saying that?
I don't know where Ben got his information.
Threatening an assassination is a federal offense.
Yeah, I don't think
you can't even say that word.
Yeah, I don't think that he would. You have to check your resources here, Ben. I don't know. If they have him on tape saying that, then yeah.
he's busted.
Yeah,
It
he
doesn't matter
should
if
be
he's the
under
president.
arrest
His
right
ass
now.
is done.
Yeah, you can't make threats like that. Assassination attempts are federal law, buddy.
Yeah,
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
What were you
as
talking
far as
about?
inciting another insurrection, oh hell yes he will. Yes,
If
he
you're
will.
talking about Donald Trump, I heard him say something. He didn't use the word assassination. He used execution. If we're talking about the same thing, some official, I think they were a whistleblower.
Oh
or
yes,
something.
he thought that.
Yeah, you
Yes,
know
there's
what
a new
I'm
book
talking
coming out by the guy that did Rage, and I have that. Wolf, I think is his name.
Morrison or
He's got a new
something?
book coming out.
Michael
And yes,
Wolff.
he did in the
Yeah, he
book.
was on MSNBC last night.
Yes,
Yeah, he was on today too.
and he said that the leaker should be executed. Should be executed. That's the world that Donnie lives
Well, I'm
in,
sorry.
and that's
If that's the way Donnie thinks, then Donnie is basically inciting right there and saying that this person, okay, well, then they need to go arrest Donnie right now.
Well,
they need to arrest him for a variety of reasons, you know.
Well, I know.
And I
during
know that's
World
what
War II,
we're all
John,
waiting on. Every one of us is waiting on that.
Well, John, in World War II, if you were a traitor back then, you got executed. They found you guilty. So
That was, it's
somewhere along
always
the
been
line,
the
I don't-
penalty, and it still is today
Yeah.
under the Uniform Code of Military Justice for treason.
Yeah. So how the hell?
It is one of the
He's
punishments.
commander in chief. If he was commander
Because
in
we're
chief,
we're
why the
not
hell
those
didn't he
people.
leave?
As a matter of fact, didn't we just see that over in Taliban country today? 22
Yeah.
Afghan commandos unarmed, gunned down by Taliban, executed on video because they like it that way. That's it. That's don't make no mistake of what we're what we're always dealing with. When
This just in, Biden and the White House lay out plans for protecting voting rights.
Yes, I
That's
you know,
good.
yes, because he said today that
Good.
they are going to challenge these laws in the court. But he also said that
Yep.
we cannot litigate these things. We must legislate these issues.
Yep.
I'm not
Got,
doing mine.
yeah, it's got to go through the House, the Senate, and him, and have them sign it and put it into law. That way, these repubs can't say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
we
go.
can do it as soon as possible because otherwise, not only will you have
Yep.
Texas doing their bullshit, you're going to have other red states doing it too.
Yes.
48 of them.
Hey, let me get this comment in here because Gary Springs sent down 2 more beaver bucks and said, "Wow, that's what a real president sounds like." Joe.
Amen, Gary.
Amen.
Amen.
That's what a real
Amen.
president sounds like. Not
Yeah, buddy.
not 20 minutes old. They cheated me, and I'm the greatest thing there ever was, and y'all, I'm the only one that can fix it, and any other kind of bullshit he pulls out of his butt. That they lap it up, baby. They suck it up. They act like it's gospel.
Yeah, hey John.
Hello, Ben. How are you?
If you're wondering where I got the word assassination, I got it from the David Pinkman show. He was basically breaking down what Trump said, and he said in that interview that he did on Fox News last night, he basically said that Trump just threatened an assassination right there.
Well, I didn't hear the interview.
Not Trump. Okay.
I didn't hear the interview, but you know.
Got to be careful when you use that word because that's
I know.
a federal offense, man.
Yeah.
You can't even say it.
Yeah, it's yeah. You don't want to be talking about whacking somebody, but I don't.
Well,
You know,
look at the guy that threatened Obama back in 2010 is still in jail. Does that give you a hint?
There you go.
there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
You can't even threaten the guy.
But
You even say it, you're in jail for 10 to 20 years. They don't play.
yeah, well, I don't. You know, when you're referencing another show or somebody's opinion of what he said, that's a conversation. But what kind of person Donnie is? Would he go to that extent? I'd like to think not. I'd like to
He's a
think
dictator.
not. But he's a dictator. That's right. He's an authoritarian dictator. He doesn't
He
give a
wants
shit
his
about your
power.
Constitution, your laws, nothing. He, you know, in the stories coming out now about who was it? I guess it was Rudy Giuliani during the time that Wisconsin, I believe, was
Yeah.
still being counted. So the election
Well-
is still ongoing, and Rudy Giuliani is just coming out and starting the first seed of the big lie. Just come out and say you won. Just go out and say you
Well,
won.
John, my father said the whole fact that Trump's even threatening another insurrection is going to happen is enough to put him in jail.
Yeah.
He's already done enough to be in jail. You know,
Well,
that's what's so
yeah.
frustrating. Because
He's
this
He's
is
done
not
it for the
new.
last 4 years.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
witness to
I
a
went
lot
to
of
the pastor.
bullshit.
You know, he's bold enough to do this stuff because hey, he sees nothing's happening yet to him.
Because he has 50 Republicans and Mitch McConnell in the Senate.
He's not paying
Right.
attention to all the people being arrested for that insurrection and those wonderful citizens that Donnie called them are going to pay a price for that. As well they should. As well,
They
you know,
broke 500.
yeah.
543 or something.
And the list
Yeah.
goes on. They're still getting more people.
Yeah, but
They're
you know
still
what? Our
finding
good friend,
people.
Yes. Yes.
John, our good friend Miss T. Brown yesterday said that we need to watch out because she said all of our states need to be ready for the second insurrection because I guess they're talking about not just going to D.C., they're talking about hitting all 50 states at once.
You know, this is what you have to understand about that kind of bullshit. Is what they are talking about if there was some plan to hit all 50 states. All right, like they got this super plan and they got enough ignorant assholes to put together something. What you would see is 50 instances of domestic terrorism that local law enforcement and National Guard would come in and put a squash on and do whatever it took to defend the State House or to defend any other property that might be attacked.
And if they found out Donnie was in it, he's going to jail. There ain't no ifs, no ands, no buts.
You know, he's involved in everything. He just doesn't put his fingerprints on it. He tries to keep his fingerprints.
I'm not sure if
Not
all
a
50
paper
states
trail
would
to
be
it.
involved. You know, John.
There will be
I-
a price
I-
for his shit.
I think, John. I think if now they're saying, oh, the president's saying, well, he reinstated in on August 13th. So I think that should be something to be looked at. We'll see. Just keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens. I think the day's going to come and go. Nothing's going to happen. But what are they going to do if their dear leader does not get reinstated?
Well, on the David,
Yeah.
because Rashad Tahari just posted the title of the David Parkman show that day, and it says, Trump confirms 2024, claims assassination in sick Fox interview. So, evidently, the former guy is out there getting pretty drastic with his speech. And that's what his plan is. I keep repeating this. I swear, when I read it months and months and months ago, I can't even remember when I read it. It was the quote from Jared Kushner.
Yeah. Hey,
It's not
John.
about the issues, it's the attitude. And they're selling the attitude of insurrection. They're selling the attitude of defying the government, not trusting the government, right down to their own health with vaccination. I mean,
John?
Yes, sir.
You got Keith B down in the audience. He's got a
I've
green
tried
dot
to
on
get
his-
him in several times.
Hey, Keith B, if you can hear me, you got to click accept to get in the show.
Yeah, you got to accept. I've hit the button several times, Keith. I can't get you in. Oh,
There
he's
he
there.
is.
There he is.
There he is.
There's Keith. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How's Kathy?
She's fine as frog hair.
Fine as frog hair, as Miss Linda would say. Thank you for that. Brother, nice to have you in here. I hope everything is doing well up in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's been raining here today a lot. Wind, tree limbs down. But I'm fine, and Kathy's fine, and our house is fine.
Well, good deal, brother. I'm glad to hear it.
I went to the doctor today, John.
Oh, hell. They
She
said
gave
you
me-
look like Superman. Is that the teeth, Keel? Is that the
No,
deal?
She told me that
What?
I got a clean bill of health for 6 months. I don't have to go back.
Outstanding, brother. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's the same thing as saying you have a body like Superman. If he says you got 6 more months, hell, that's Superman, baby, at our age.
Now, John,
Now, wait
you
a
got to
minute,
stop
John.
talking
6
about
months.
me like
I didn't
that.
say 6 months left. I said she says I can come
Hey,
see
hey,
her in
hey, it's a
6
6-month obligation here. You got to keep them at 6 months, so take care of your ass. Don't rely on just the 6 months. We want you for 7 and 8 and 9.
Hey, John,
Yes, sir.
don't be talking about me when you say Superman. I mean, that's, I
Oh,
understand.
Johnny,
stuff
really?
like that.
I know. You think every word like that associates you, brother, but we really do have other people in mind sometimes. Anyway, our Blue 5 brother, Magiprime, came in with $5 and said, Biden and Washington senators need to focus. Voting rights only. Wasn't Don the Con was supposed to be back in office today? I think mañana or mañana. Well,
I think he was
don't know.
supposed to be back in
August
He was
13th?
supposed to be back in April. He was supposed to be back
Yeah,
in
but
May.
I think he's
and
supposed
now
to
it's
be August.
August.
August 13th is what I heard. So I don't know. I don't know where they're going to have the inauguration. I guess they're just going to zoop in there one day and say, here he is. Catman 56, my brother Keith up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, came in with $5, said, if January 6th wasn't an act of treason, then Trump's leading talk of a second insurrection and assassinations is in fact treason. Is it not? Is it not? He is actively
I mean, if he's
speaking
actually
about,
wanting to do a
obviously,
coup, then
it's all a play of words. He's done that ever since he's been on the scene. All his freaking life is big, bold, in your face, lie through his teeth and prove it ain't so. He gets, look how many followers he has. Look how many decent Americans are so wrapped up now in his bullshit, his obvious lies, his constant whining. He is a whining little bitch. He lost the election. He can't admit it. And he's going to stomp his feet and hold his little breath. And all his little MAGA followers love that.
Well, you know what, John?
What?
He's been so used to having his own way since a kid all the way up that he just feels that, well, I had to have my way and just be voted in as president. Did it ever occur to him that not everybody likes the guy? He's an asshole.
Yeah, not everybody likes that. Hey, Keith, can you do his, Keith, could you, when you're not talking, could you mute? Because we can hear your fan in the background. There you go, Keith. I appreciate it tremendously, brother. Just don't.
Hey,
feel free to
Hey, guys.
unmute it anytime you want to say something. Yes, sir.
hey guys,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of Carl Sagan?
Oh, Carl Sagan, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay, now listen, I got some stuff to tell you here, okay? So
All right.
it said that Carl Sagan predicted the mess in 2020 would be 25 years ago, okay? I
Pretty
seen this
smart
last
man.
night on MSNBN, and this is what he said. He said, I have a foreboding of America in my children's or grandchildren's time when the United States is a service and an information economy, when nearly all manufacturing industries have slipped away to other countries, okay? Keep listening.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on it to change here.
No, we're with you.
It's gonna, okay. Just hold
Carl
on a
Sagan
second
was a
here.
wise man.
It says, when awesome technological powers are in the hands of a very few and no one representing the public interest can even grasp the issues, okay?
Indeed.
Then he says, waiting on this to change again.
That's right.
When the people have lost the ability to set their own agendas or knowledgeably question those in authority, when clutching our crystals and nervously consulting our horoscopes, our critical facilities in decline. Wait a minute, just hold on just a second here again.
Not a problem.
Okay. Unable to distinguish between what feels good and what's true, we slide almost without noticing back into superstition and darkness. Then, wait a minute, it continues. It's not very long. So.
Yeah.
The dumbing down of America is the most evident in the slow decay of substantive content in the enormously individual media, with 30-second sound bites now down to 10 seconds or less.
And where are we?
I got a little bit more to go, just a
no.
couple more phrases.
I'm agreeing.
The lowest common denominator programming critics presentations on the pseudo science and superstition, but especially a kind of celebration of ignorance.
Indeed.
He said
is-
He said that 25 years ago
25 years
on
ago.
a
and
Johnny
look at where we're
Carson
at
show.
now. And look where we
Yeah.
are right now.
Yeah,
Just like
that's
Carl
scary,
Sagan
isn't
said it yesterday and was talking about today.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
that's where we are,
And
and
it's-
that's you're right, Tony. So many people get their information in a 10-second clip on Facebook or TikTok or what's
Yep.
cool. And
What surprised me about it was the guy said it back in 1993, and then they said he died about 10 months after he said this.
you know,
And
that's
I'm
how
like,
come
this look.
we have to look at visionary
Go ahead.
people, and Carl Sagan was one of them. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where it comes from. It could be from somebody like Carl Sagan, who was a highly educated and well-known individual, to the kid down the street who might know something you don't. You don't know where that is, but in today's world, manipulation of the social society is so easy. It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, it's on. That's what we're doing it right now. We are networking through a family of blue dots here, trying to march a group of people towards being involved in their democracy. Because if we're not involved, just like Carl Sagan is suggesting there, there will not be one. There might be an illusion of democracy, and the first hints of that are right now in these laws going across the states, because it gives the power to change the vote in some areas to the legislature, to the legislative branch of the state, which is political in nature and could appoint whoever they want instead of the will of the people. That's the first cracking of this kind of 21st century Jim Crow laws that they're trying to do.
You look at the people that they get, like our generation, they get that off of Facebook and this and that, and it's funny to watch. It's funny to watch, like, the people, the kids, and they're looking at it like, who cares what that idiot has to say, because they're more or less, they're more or less, they know that he's an idiot, and they get it, and they don't have to be told in a bunch of things, hey, this guy's, doing this now, but that's
it's
how it is.
I got 2 what the fuck stories if you want to hear
what
them.
the fuck, Spark?
Yeah,
There we went. There we was having a nice family show, and then he's got 2. Two what the fuck stories. What the fuck? What the fuck,
All
Spark?
right.
Okay.
What's up?
Robin mentioned this in his show, and I'm reading it off at Democratic Underground.
Okay.
Concern about the spread of the COVID-19 Delta variant is rising in Mississippi. State Health Officer Dr. Thomas Dobbs said in a tweet Tuesday that 12 children are in the ICU and 10 are on life support because of the Delta variant. Now, the other story that came today, Tennessee is going to shut down all child vaccination.
What the
That's
fuck?
the what the fuck.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
What the
that's real
actual fuck?
intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is telling you the degree
Shit.
to which Republicans are willing to play politics with your life, your community's life. They're willing to
what,
take
John?
that chance. Say,
Everybody's
hey, I'm with them dumbasses that go, hey, I ain't doing it because I heard it magnetizes you. And I heard it on the
John.
Blue Dot show. I was talking about all the shit. Just stick it to them. I heard them. Anyway.
I'd like to know, John,
Yeah, I'm still
hell
stuck to the
is
refrigerator.
Yep.
what the hell is it going to take these asshole red states to figure out, hey, something's killing us here? How many people have to die till they wake up like, oh,
That's a very good
we need
question,
to
Johnny
take
Five.
it.
How many people
Yeah,
have to die
yeah.
in your state before your government, your state government says, hey, we need to take some action here to mitigate the death rate? And
You mean
in
to
my
tell me
state,
they
it's
don't
going to be
notice
nothing.
this shit now?
Oh,
No, they
my.
actually, they actually, I was just going to say something. They actually do notice this. I was watching C-SPAN yesterday. They were talking about the genocide of what's happening because these people are not getting vaccinated. They know what's going on, but the Republican Party doesn't seem to give a crap.
It's
Well, did
it's
it
not
ever
the
occur to
issue of
them?
whether or not it's the attitude. It's not about whether or not the shot is safe, because it's already been demonstrated it has. It's not about is it
That it is
effective,
safe.
because it has shown to be effective. It is about the
Yeah.
attitude of, well, we just don't want to take it because freedom,
Yeah, check
America.
us out,
Yeah.
John.
John,
Again,
Well, don't.
I mean,
can't
You know,
force
this is
somebody
the
to
way
be
I
a good
feel.
citizen
You
in
don't
this
want to
country.
take it? That's
Hold on.
fine. Don't take it. But But don't
What
sit there and
more-
tell everybody else to take it, because they might want to live. That's the
might.
way it is.
What moron come up with the thing that, well, let's tell everybody not to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Well, Ben-
kill off our base, but so
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, that's what you
Ben-
really have to ask yourself. Really? Really? This is your
Yeah.
base that's refusing to take the
Yeah.
shot, and death rate is
Yeah,
climbing
Ben.
again, and the Delta variant
Go
is
ahead,
getting out of
Ben.
hand.
And check this out, Johnny. You want to hear something I heard today from the current CDC director? What he's predicting?
Pray tell what?
He's predicting that if we keep going at the rate right now of new COVID cases every day in each state of the Delta variant, because these idiots won't go out and get their goddamn vaccinations, he's predicting by September 1st we're going to be back to wearing masks full time.
I can believe that.
Hey,
I
the
can.
I think we're
CDC
gonna-
director is female, not a he.
Yeah, it's a she.
Oh, whoever.
So
I think if it comes down to it, we're going to go back to, hey, you guys got to go stay in your houses again because
Yeah.
this is the way it is.
and they'll
because you guys
bitch
can't
about
learn
their
by
freedom and their
example.
rights then. Oh hell, I see
Well, you know
I
what,
see my
John?
light going into the yellow. So if we start breaking up, we have weather in
Well-
the area. I know. I see it going
What-
from
what-
orange
No,
to
you haven't
red
broke up yet.
to orange to red.
Well, you know
but-
what, John?
What?
It's plain
These people don't think. Hang on just a second, TW. These people don't think that when they're not vaccinating their people or they're letting them in the name of freedom, they may very well be losing their Republican following too. Those ones that would vote Republican. It's not just the Democrats; it's Republicans too. It's human beings that
we,
vote.
We
I mean,
have
if-
we
you
have
know what I mean?
a paradox here in the United States in the fact that yes, they have the right, they have the freedom to.
I'm gonna quote a comedian here right now.
Okay,
You just can't fix stupid.
you just can't fix stupid.
Amen. to
Yeah.
that.
You
That
know,
one out.
you
Yep.
can't.
And you know what?
they
John?
exercise
That's their game.
right. Yes, that is their game.
I figured it out.
But
I figured out
the
exactly
key
what
word
they're
there
trying
is
to do.
game. It's a
They're
game that they're
trying-
playing.
Yeah. The reason why they're trying to do the voter suppression in every state right now is because the Republicans know that they've lost quite a few Republican voters to the coronavirus. And they figure, oh, well, if we do the voter suppression, then we can
They're
stop
not
Democrats
only
from
losing them
voting.
to the coronavirus, they're losing them from their party. We keep
Yeah, that's
talking
it.
about the reduction
their
of the
party
Republican
is-
Party.
Some of their parties getting smarter and going, no, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
a lot of these conservatives have just pitched it
And
out the
only,
door. They're not playing around with this guy.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
when only 26% of America approves of the Republican stance on things, that doesn't say too much for them.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
you have to remember the
26%.
percentages
And you
that
know-
we're talking about.
And I got a nice thing, and I don't know, John, you didn't play it, but I liked what Biden had to say. He said, "The big lie is a big lie."
It
He
is a big
said,
lie.
"You need to learn this." He said, "The big lie is a lie, and you need to learn this."
Yes, that's what they need to do. But guess what? Nobody on Fox News heard him. None of the maggots heard that
they
speech.
went click.
Yeah, I found it interesting, John, that I just switched over to Fox when the President Biden was speaking. They didn't cover him once. Are we surprised?
No. Fox News is complicit with the Republican Party, with this
Yeah.
maggot crowd, the insurrectionist crowd, the anti-American bullshit crowd. That's all Fox News. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene and Bobart and Matt Gaetz and Louis
Like I
Gohmert
said,
and Ron Johnson.
that's
This is
the-
that group.
That's
I
the
would-
propaganda arm of the Republican Party and Donald Trump.
They are the ones willing to destroy this nation for their own personal gain.
Yeah.
That's who they are.
I
We
would
have,
rather listen
I
to
heard
this.
I heard they were
this
covering the
president-
Bill Gates divorce.
Yes, they were.
today.
That's what Fox
We
News
have,
was covering
TW?
during. Go ahead.
we
I
have a
think TW wanted to say something.
Bill jumped in there, so go ahead, Bill, and then I'll
Go
go.
ahead, Bill.
I just wanted to say that we have our job cut out for us the next 15 months, and I've said it a few times. I've heard John say it, but the president said it today, is that we have a job the next 15 months, and that's to educate everybody we know.
Yep.
You know,
That's right.
educate them, tell them the truth, show them what's
You know-
going on with the Republicans changing,
Like,
you know, that they're trying to take away our right to vote, and our job is to educate them, look at what the Republicans are doing, because every state's going to be different, so pay attention to your state, find out what's going on, what the rule changes are, let everybody know, get people registered, get them fired up, and get our ass out to vote. That's
Amen.
what we can do. That's our job. That's our job for 15
You know,
months.
the thing that makes me respect Biden is because he gets out, he talks to the people,
Oh, yeah.
not
Yeah.
at the people, and not about himself. He gets out there
Right.
and he talks about the
Sure does.
things going on, and he has a better. I don't care.
Yeah.
I never did like Donnie. I never have liked Donnie, but he always talked about himself and about everything else. He never talked to the people. He talked at the people like, you need to respect me
Yeah.
and kiss my ass.
Well,
Biden cares about the country, and Trump never did. That's the big
Yeah.
difference.
well, Bill, you know
That's
what?
why I
That-
respect him more as a president than anything.
See, Joe Biden was originally from Scranton, Pennsylvania. That's how he always was, because I remember him from years ago. He was born in Pennsylvania, and that's how they are up in Scranton. A lot of people were down home, regular people, and he was raised in the Catholic faith. That's his religion, but it shows he lives his faith. He just doesn't talk. You know?
Well, he respects the presidency. That's what he does.
Oh,
He
yes.
respects that oath of office and not just considering it, oh, I'm King Midas, kiss my ass.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Is we don't have kings in this country. And there is
No, we don't.
There is no monarchy.
You know, the one
Very good.
thing though that Joe Biden needs to realize is that Mitch McConnell's not going to be bipartisan.
Mitch McConnell, bipartisan? Ah. No,
Yeah, that's
no.
it,
Mitch
Joe.
McConnell is not going to be bipartisan with anything.
No, he's not.
In
He's
the
not.
Republican Party, you know, this is what frustrating me right now is, and this thing keeps rolling in my head, is the fact if we don't do something about the filibuster, guess what? If by any chance the Republicans, and they do have a chance because there's new districts, that means there's more congressmen, and they're in red states, and they're going to produce more red congressmen. If they get control of the House or the Senate, baby. You don't think that if they get control of the Senate, they're going to do away with the filibuster in a heartbeat as soon as they get to power?
Yeah.
Because as soon as they are in power, it benefits them not to have the filibuster. And they can break all the freaking rules and do whatever the hell they want because they're that evil. And then they can just make it where they win all the time from now on. And guess what? There you are. You slipped right into a fascist dictatorship. That's how come
They just
we
need
need
to
the
start
laws.
playing a little
That's how
bit
come-
more hardball and
We can't, just like Joe Biden said, we cannot litigate this shit. We have to legislate it. We have to pass the
Yeah.
For the People Act. We need to pass the John Lewis Voting Act, and we need
Yep.
to make changes or do away with the filibuster. It's that freaking
Hey.
easy nowadays.
Yeah, I see, John. I see Keith Biggs. Did you want to say something, Keith?
I just wanted to say that it's a shame that our country has got to this place.
It is,
Yep.
Keith. It
And
is.
it is a shame they got to this place, and I put all of the blame not only on Trump. Okay,
No.
there was problems before Trump, but
Indeed.
Trump stirred the pot and got these people all riled up, and they think they're right. And I'm afraid of what's going to happen. I really am. I'm an old man. I've voted in every election since 1972, and I voted Democrat every friggin' time.
Outstanding.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm worried.
Yes.
I really am.
Isn't that
Because
what
if
Joe
we
Biden
don't-
said today?
If we don't keep the House and the Senate and get Biden elected again, we're done.
That's right. I said that the other day myself. If they allow these people to take over, what is it, the Senate or House, whatever, That right there. They're going to block everything the Democrats do, and they're going to ride it until 2024.
Well, that's what
try
they're
to
doing
get-
right now with the filibuster. They're blocking
Well, yeah.
everything the Democrats want to do. And
Well, you
not,
know what we need to do, John?
what's that, Ben?
Our side needs to start playing hardball back.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
and
that's
they're
what we've been
talking about
saying.
that now with the infrastructure bill. You know,
That's
they
right.
want to go with this bipartisan deal that they got going on, which might be fine and dandy, but it's really cutting out the heart of what they want to get done, the broader context of infrastructure, which we need to realize. Because and here's why it pisses me off. Because the other last was a Sunday night Blue Dot show, and after no, where's it? Friday after the funding on the front. I don't know what it was. I'm reading a story, and because I have a habit of doing this, I'm in a conversation. I'm talking to people on Discord or something like that, but I can look over here and see the headlines and whatnot, and what it's going. And there's a story about this wonderful news service in freaking Tibet, and how they're bragging about their new high-speed rail that connects the whole damn country, and it goes so high that it is even equipped with oxygen, that for the passengers, that the cabins are filled with a higher amount of oxygen because they have to go so high. They have a high-speed rail, and it costs $5.6 billion to build it all the way across our freaking country. A, we ain't got one, and B, if it did, you could bet your ass $5.6 billion wouldn't cover the freaking down payment on what the construction company's going to pad the ticket for.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get shit done. We don't have high-speed rail in this country because
I mean, and go ahead, John. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. No.
And I can see, and you see it every day in the Senate. They can't even get together on a stupid, just a little bill anymore. It's like, you guys are getting ridiculous. It's like, we're paying you to be in there to do the bills, to get the bills done, but you guys are sitting there just because you're pissed off. And
Lawmakers
the
are up there to
Democrats
serve
wanna
the
get it
people,
through,
to do the people's
and-
business.
we're getting no.
We don't get squat.
Well, you know what? As you know, if I was a Republican, I'd look at that and say, hey, you know, you're supposed to be working for us, and some of these bills that the Democrats got coming through are pretty good bills, and you're voting no just because you're pissed off. Well, you know what? You're out of there the next term.
We hope, because a lot of these people are so from districts so red, they're safe. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be there next year, and the year after.
I think it's time
the
that
society
they
itself
start
that is
tilting
being
up.
challenged.
Yeah,
Just-
I think it's time they
just-
start tilting it.
Just to let you know, John, whenever you want to, Jeremy's has his hand up.
Jeremy. Oh, I see him over there. Thank you,
Yeah.
Johnny. Let me give him
Yeah,
a
you're
click
welcome.
and see if
Yeah,
we
and
can get him in here.
okay, go ahead.
Jeremy, are you in the room with us?
John,
Yeah, I just wanted to say we have Kristen Cinema, Joe fucking Manchin. Until they're neutralized, we get nothing done.
There's
Nothing. No.
you know, when the Texas Democrats left the state and went to Washington D.C., they were discussing the places that they should go, because all they had to do is be out of Texas. Well, they thought about going to Arizona and West Virginia. They were thinking that would be the place to go, and that way it creates the news in the two states of the people that need to move, Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin. But here's the why they went to D.C. is because they're both Republican states. And Greg Abbott would get with that governor and create some kind of legal some shit where Arizona sheriff could go arrest them and then turn them over to Texas deputies and take them back to that's why they can't do that. That's why they went to Washington, D.C. Because he is working.
The Texas Democrats met with Manchin, and they also met with Senator Schumer today. I don't know that they've met with Sinema, but they met with Schumer and they met with Manchin.
Something's got to push you. That's what this is. This is Texas Democrats standing up and saying no. If we have to leave our state to make this protest, and again, it is a delay, because the minute they get back in Texas State House, The vote comes up and the Republicans have it. It's the same way they
Your
do their
governor's-
redistricting down here. Screw
Well,
you.
Your governor
We'll
said
do
he's
it
going
our
to
way.
arrest them all.
Yeah, he said he was going to take them and
he's
put them all in
he's
jail.
already issued the arrest warrants, I guess, to
Well,
arrest all
I
the
don't-
Democrats that have left and bring
don't
them
see the
back to the
Democrats-
state house and hold them there. That's what he
Go ahead.
said. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, that's fine. I'm good. I made my
Okay.
point. I just wanted to let you know that the Texas Democrats were doing exactly what John said. They were thinking about going to Arizona and West Virginia, and then their second thought was maybe that ain't such a good idea because Abbott is no idiot.
Yeah.
He'll call the Republican governor and have him arrested. So
Yes.
Oh,
but they
yeah.
did a smart thing. The Democratic leader there from the state, I forget his name. He made the appointment to go see Senator Schumer, the Speaker or the Majority Leader, and then he went in and made an appointment with Manchin, and I guess a bunch went and met with him. So I hope they made some progress and
I
talked some
hope
sense
so.
into them.
You know, they're
I'm
gonna
just proud
hold
of what
out.
they did.
I think they got 24, 25 more days left in this special session.
Right.
So if they
Yeah.
have to,
Yep.
but as soon as this special session is over, Greg Abbott is going to implement another one.
I'm not in Texas, John, and you are. Maybe you got a feel for
Yeah,
this,
but didn't Abbott
but here's
defund the
the-
legislature?
The
Hold on,
one
yes,
thing
he
I
did.
wanted to ask you is this.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, what do you think the people's mentality in Texas is when they see this? Don't they realize that the Democrats are going to bat for them for their right to vote? I mean,
Well-
are they that dense?
The answer to that question lies in your address here in Texas. You know,
I understand.
yeah,
I understand. Yeah.
There's a
I'm
lot
the
of
same
people
way
that
in
are
North Carolina. I'm
bad mouthing.
gerrymandered. I'm gerrymandered to shit
Yeah.
here. I understand.
Yeah. So it depends on your
Yeah.
address, you know, what your neighbors are saying.
Also, if I see one more moron say that Ashley Babbitt is a martyr and an innocent victim,
Oh,
I'm gonna fucking scream.
It is so disingenuous and it is so cruel and so sickening to watch the orange asshole stand up and talk about her. He is the reason she is dead. It's not the officer
Yep.
that pulled that trigger. It's the idiot that pushed her through the window, and that was Donald Trump, baby. He's the one that incited them, sent them down there. Go do it. This is the seat of our democracy. Like Biden said, not even during the Civil War was it breached, but it was on January 6th.
Her brother was on that CNN interview, and he said, I have to basically, he said, I don't know how my sister got caught up into this, but he said, every day I can go and watch my sister get shot.
Yes.
Because she was not thinking straight.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
don't
saw the
know,
interview with him. And
I don't
it's,
know, John.
it's sad. I'm sorry she died, but I agree with Michael James. She was a domestic terrorist. That's what she
Yeah,
became. She was indoctrinated into this MAGA movement, the Oath Keepers, these 3%ers, some of these patriots, some made up names that make them sound like they're good guys. They're not. They're just gangs. It's no different if you were talking about any other gang, Al Capone gang or whatever.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I
You're
think
told.
Keith B wants to say something.
Yes, Keith.
Hey, John, I want to say something, and I'm not real good at popping in and out.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you know this, John, but my minor in college was in history. And I know a lot of people don't like history. They really don't.
I love it, brother.
But I'm going to tell you something.
It's one
You
thing I
know it,
believe
and
in.
I know it, John. If they want to get scared, all they got to do is go look at what happened. The actual facts of what happened and how Hitler came to power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay? I mean to tell you, it's scary.
No, Keith. I have often said Donnie's life revolves around the book Mein Kampf. He uses the same techniques, and guess what? The bad news is, Keith. It's working.
What?
It's working with a certain percentage of our population.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and the indoctrination of hate to blame somebody else for your inabilities or whatever they might be. It's somebody else's fault. And it's so sad because, you know, the Republicans are always the ones saying, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You'll take responsibility for your actions. All that. They don't. They don't. They rely on lie, cheat, and steal, baby. It's
His
sad.
ex-wife,
That's right.
ex-wife Ivana, on multiple occasions has mentioned that he used to sit up late reading Mein Kampf speeches, memorizing
Just
them.
now, General John Kelly's got a new book coming out saying that Donald Trump was bragging about some of the Hitler did some good things, and I'm sure Donnie had a list of them. I don't care what the list is like. It didn't erase what he did. It doesn't erase who he was and what he did to the people of Germany. He incited
You know
those
what?
people to turn against their neighbors because of their religious
Donnie
beliefs.
doesn't realize what happened at the end of that book, at
Donnie-
the end of his life.
Is using Christianity
Well-
the same way Hitler did.
Well, you know, John.
He is the chosen one. Remember
yeah,
that?
Well, for some reason, if you look back, especially toward the end of Trump's presidency, he really adored autocratic governments and
Jesus.
leaders. Like Kim Jong-un, we fell in love, you know?
Yeah, Kim
Stuff
Jong-un
like
in there.
that stupid shit. Yeah.
Let me catch up real quick because this 34 minutes ago, Gary Spring came in with 2 more beaver bucks and said Gomart should take a long walk and get lost. Louis Gomart, that's down here in Texas, and hell yes, Gary Spring, and I'm sorry for missing that. And our Blue Five brother, Mega Prime, donated $2 and said we need to vote out all Texas Confederates. Indeed. The Republicans he's talking about. Yeah, that's who it is. That's who they are. It's no different than any of the other Jim Crow laws that they tried to pass before. These laws are designed to impact mostly people of color. White suburbs, no problem, baby. We got you covered. Won't be any line. Come on in and vote. Oh, you're in a black area or Hispanic area. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John.
the line's it's 12 miles down the road over there. You can get it. Line's pretty long. You might have to wait a while.
Yeah.
That's the way the game is played.
Yeah, John, Ben wants to say something.
Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
I told my father about what Trump said in his Fox News interview, and my father said if he said that on national TV and he actually used that word, he said the Secret Service should be paying him a visit right now and slapping the handcuffs on him for saying
Guess
that
what?
word.
Their Secret Service are right next to him when he's saying it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Probably,
not-
I'll bet you they're on the phone when they get done saying, hey, we need to get this idiot under control.
It's not anything that we don't all know. We all know this. Everybody in the world knows it. That's the whole thing. That Donnie's thing is he breaks the law in front of God and everybody. He lies in front of God and everybody. Everything he does
And
right
then
up
he
front.
said
He's not trying to
then he
hide
says,
what
I
he's
didn't do
insinuating.
that.
And then when exactly.
I didn't
I
do
didn't.
that.
That's
Hang
not
on,
right. That's
TW,
not what you
hold
meant.
on.
That's what he's always been. That's what he's always been. Anyway, while we got to pause, Catman56 came in with $1 and said, "What the fuck is in the Trump Kool-Aid?" The eternal question of what's in that shit. Really? I do. You have to. Does that Trump sticker make you feel stupid yet? Does that Trump flag make you feel stupid yet? Because the answer is it should. It should. You should be embarrassed by it at this point.
I think Bill wanted. Did you want to say something, Bill?
I'm good. Somebody already took care of it, so that's fine.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be thinking about saying one thing, and then somebody else will be thinking the same thing. Great minds think alike.
Either that or somebody else says something, and all of a sudden your mind goes in that direction, and all of a sudden you forget where
See
you.
that?
Yeah, it happens all the time, baby.
That's John Virgo. He's using mental telepathy.
My mind want. I
No.
swear, my mind. I
Or-
don't
or-
know
or-
my
or-
mind anymore.
Those Trump flags made people feel so stupid. Now they fly the fuck Biden flags because
I
they
got
can't
that.
live
I
with
got
the
that.
fact that they lost so bad.
Yeah. To me, now that really goes to the heart of who you are, because I don't care what side of the fence you are. I would never put out a fuck Trump. I've said fuck Trump 100 million times on this show. It was made famous by our own Bernadette. We like saying it because that's what we mean. Would I put a sign like that in my front yard? No. because I respect my neighbors more than that. I'm not going to put
Yep.
some fuck you or fuck this or fuck anything on a sign in front of my house because it speaks more about your character than it does to anything else. And
Like I said,
it's
Like I s-
amazing.
like I said not
It's
too long ago,
disgusting.
99% of those people, if you look at their profile pictures, they have a picture flipping off the camera, flipping off their friends. It's all the same shit.
It's the attitude, baby. Keith, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say, nah, I got lost. Sorry.
Oh, no, squirrel, buddy. Are you shitting me?
Squirrel.
That's a squirrel.
Oh, mess up.
Be proud of them little buggers that are crawling all over my place. Little shits.
Yeah.
They're always distracting you. I want to smoke that anyway. I gotta.
And you can't even blame that on my good looks, John.
We blame
They weren't
everything.
blaming on your good
we
looks.
blame everything on your good looks, Johnny Fly. That's just the way it is around here, brother. Anyway, Dwayne Twizzle came in with $5 and said, "Do the Confederate States of America not realize they lost the Civil War? Lincoln had the last word on that." A freaking men, Dwayne Twizzle. Yes, he
You know,
did.
I think the,
So why
I
do we
think
still
the
have to?
Confederacy. Well, the Confederacy wants to resurrect itself, but it's not going to work.
The Confederacy is a state of mind. It never went away. We defeated them in a war, but their ideals, their bigotry and racism and hatred, it continued on.
Yeah.
Right up to this day, and we're still dealing with it. But now it has been given another breath of life by Trump.
And you know what's sad about that, John?
Huh.
It's sad. What's the sad thing about the Confederacy is the Confederacy used to call themselves Democrats.
Well, they were the Southern Democrats. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, that don't fool yourself on history. It was the
Yeah,
Southern
the total
Democrats
opposite.
that were the racists back in that day. But guess what? They had an epiphany.
They changed rules. Yeah.
They
Yeah, they
yes,
changed parties.
it was the Democratic Party that stepped up and changed itself, and that is
yeah.
what the Republican Party is facing now. Yes, the Democratic Party, the Southern Democrats especially, they were racist, buddy. These were the ones that didn't want integration. They are the ones that fought against civil rights so hard. But when John Kennedy came into the world, into the Oval Office, things started changing in this country. Not that it hadn't been fought for generations before, but when Kennedy came in, and the civil rights era began, and the demands were made, demands that could not be denied because they're written in our Constitution. They're written for all of us. And it is, when you take it all the way, baby, to the bank, all the way to the Constitution, all the way to the laws of the country. We are created equal and need to be treated equally. And we are still not there. 2021, baby. And there are those that still, are you shitting me? Don't have to go far down my street to find the Confederate flag, baby.
Yeah,
They fly it like a
find
badge
that
of honor.
ironic. I find that ironic because even in the end of our national anthem, or the pledges, with liberty and justice for all, not some,
For all.
not for the white man. right.
For those
for all.
that want to think of what our songs and poems and all that are supposed to mean, it's look to our national anthem. Our national anthem ends with a question.
Yep.
So every time you hear it, you should ask yourself, does the flag still wave over the land and the home of the brave and land of the free? Does it? They're asking then. Walter Scott was asking then. Does it still fly today, baby? Do we still have that? And that's what Lincoln was talking about when he was talking about testing whether this nation or any nation can endure this. And he did not know then, and we do not know now. That is how come this whole show, my whole show, started with the premise of, man, we have to be involved. I never thought in my life that I would be sitting here in my house with a studio here in a Blue Dot family the way we have. I never thought that in my life. This evolved. Everything I see evolved out of this family. And every one of them are patriots that thought the same way. I'm tired of this shit. We have seen the worst what they could do now. This is the man they elected. This pussy-grabbing, racist, bigoted, loudmouth, braggart, narcissist jerk, con man, draft dodger. That's what they gave us? No. And it is that outrage that lifted my voice and lifted so many others up to say, no, wait. We put up a lot of your bullshit before. But now you're fucking around with the Constitution. Now you're fucking around with democracy. That's what this family is all about. And now it's about 2022. And like Joe Biden said, we will try to litigate and legislate as much as we can. But it is going to be up to every one of us to be prepared no matter what state or what district you live in, to make sure that you and the people that you love are ready to vote. If you got to jump through a hoop, jump over this log, over that log, wiggle this way, then do the wiggling, do the jumping. Get your voice in there, because that's what they're trying to stop you from doing. And you can't let them do that.
Work's just beginning.
That's it. No nation is born a democracy. No nation is born a democracy. A democracy is formed by the citizens. And if we get complacent, if we get and just let apathy run wild and we don't give a shit anymore, then the words of Ben Franklin, it's a republic if you can keep it. So let's keep it. That's the key.
Yeah.
Well,
You know.
John,
Okay,
I
y'all
wanna say
talk.
something real quick in the words of T. Brown. That
T. Brown,
it's
tea time with Miss
yes,
T.
Yeah.
It's time for our Democratic leaders to get up off their asses and start playing hardball back
Yes.
with Moscow Mitch.
Yes.
That's right. I agree.
Exactly.
And to me, that
Exactly.
means do something with the filibuster. If you're
Yep.
not going to
Bend the
abolish the
rules.
filibuster, then you go back
Bend
to
the
the
law.
rules, amend the rules back to get your ass on the floor and talk about the issue. Because
Yep.
that's why your constituents hired you. That's why they elected you. Is
Nope.
to debate those issues, and to
Right
They
now,
don't debate
as it
anymore.
stands,
no, they don't. They don't
Hey,
debate.
John.
Yeah.
I see TW was back in the audience. You want to bring him back in? He has his hand up.
Oh, nope. He snuck out the room. I guess it bounces you out every once in a while. I'm sorry, TW.
No,
I didn't see you
I
over there.
got booted.
There he is.
I got booted.
Yep.
John,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I think
That
right
happens.
now,
Welcome
Right now-
to Discord.
Yeah.
right now, every single Republican representative and every single Republican senator right now up there in Washington, D.C. is not doing one fucking thing to represent their constituents to put them in there. Not one.
Yeah.
No, they're just blocking everything. That's all they're doing anymore is blocking everything.
But it is up to. It really is. It's up to.
They're not
It's
even
up to the constituents.
You think about it, they're not even doing their constitutional duty. All they're doing is blocking the Democrats because they have a
That's-
problem with the Democratic Party. That's all they're
That's
doing.
it. It's a power trip.
It's
a
not
power
a problem
grab.
so
Well,
much
look
with the
what I can
Democratic
do.
Party. It's a power play. This is to
Well,
keep
that's right.
themselves in power. That's what they
Well,
do.
that's what I mean.
My
That's what I
state is
mean.
my state is gerrymandered to shit. We've come close to turning her back to blue a few times, but it's a hard thing to do here when the system itself is designed to prevent you from doing that, because that's the way the map was drawn.
You know,
And we're
John,
getting
from
two
what
more.
I read in history, about Nixon, he was not no angel, but compared to Trump, he was a choir boy. But you know what? Nixon is one of those Republicans. I guarantee, if he was still alive, he would not approve of the bullshit Mitch McConnell's pulling.
Nobody,
right now.
no previous president would approve of the orange anus's actions ever since the day he tossed his hat in the ring. No true American. I don't know how any of them, from the day he came down that escalator, how you could back something like that. Are you shitting me? Please, don't tell me you're a patriot. You're a bigot, and pretty dumb too.
Amen.
I'm sorry.
What is that old saying,
In
John?
my-
Don't piss on my back and tell me it's
If
raining.
you can't recognize that big of a con, then yeah, you're pretty stupid in my book.
You know what we should do? We should have all of the Republican members of the House of Representatives and all the Republican members of Senate wear jackets that look like NASCAR jackets that show
so
they're
who's
being
paying the
paid for
bills?
by.
You know,
Who's buying their votes for shit?
that could be on both sides of the aisle too, because don't think that don't happen. You know, that's what, you know, if we the American people don't take charge of this, if we don't start electing people, and you know, like Joe Biden said today, and we have our own Erin Trombley, who's running for office. She's a blue dot, and yeah, she took that step, baby. She's going to run for office, and Joe Biden was talking about that, encouraging those that are so inclined to run. And that's all her information there. You can contact her on Facebook or her official actblue.com, and that please, because that's what it takes. But it takes our involvement.
Yep.
That's what it takes. You know.
Give your local party a call. They'll put you to work. I promise you.
Oh yes, they will. But they won't do it in a bad way. They won't bug you to death. But if you make the effort to say, contact them and say, you know, I'd like to help in some small way. I don't like to ring on doorbells, or, you know, I don't like to talk on the phone, but whatever it is, there's a job. We need somebody to copy all these flyers and put them together, and you know, you get in contact so easily with other like-minded individuals.
They put you in that database, John, and they put you to work. They'll send you out notices and everything.
Yes, you know, I get notices all the time. I've got an invite, and I am so looking forward to it. To going to an event on, what day is it now? I almost forgot. I put it on my calendar.
Today's the 13th.
Yeah, no, it's
of July.
let me see. It's not there. It's not there.
Hey, John, I got a short
here.
story to share with you real quick.
It's on. Let me see. On July 19th, I'm going to go to a campaign kickoff, and
awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Ben was going to say something. Ben.
Right, Ben.
I got a short story to share with you guys real quick.
Enlighten us, brother.
2008, I volunteered for Obama's campaign in Kansas City and did canvassing for him.
Outstanding.
Good for you. Awesome.
Yes, awesome. Because that, you know, and like I said, all it takes is one phone call to your local Democratic headquarters. As a matter of fact, just go online and send them an email and give them your email address. You'll get notified of campaign events of different candidates. You're going to get notified of group Democratic parties or soirees or whatever. You'll get notified, and you start building that network of people that are like I said, like-minded in your area, which makes the difference, because all politics is local, baby. You know, the man we put in the White House is decided in every living room across this nation. That's where our power lies. And the only time things change is it's when the masses stand up to speak. Us, we the people. It's when we demand change so much that those that even seek to pervert the law to stay in power must bend. Must bend, because their support is weakened. Their base is smaller, harder to stand on when it gets small. And the Republican Party's base is now, standing on a pinhead, baby. There's not that many of them as compared to what we are.
They're all kind of like that. They're kind of like that movie Caveman. All the bigwigs are up in the tree, and all the other guys are around the tree trying to figure out where the dinosaur is.
Yeah. Well, we're getting tired of getting shit on down here.
Yep.
That's the basis of I don't know. You're tired of getting shit on. You know, you get into something like this, and I am sure that Randy Kervin, that Miss T does now, that you read a story and you want to make sure you get your shit right, and you gotta read stuff so that when you speak, you don't look like an idiot. That's number one thing there. Try not to look like an idiot. But in that process, it's the other shit that gets stuck in your head stories that you read. You go off on, you read something, you get a little tangent in here, and you go, oh, wait a minute, what is that? And you read this story over here, which coincides a little bit with this other, whatever it is. And after years of doing this, it's the big picture that comes into focus. That the only thing that's going to change it is us. Because we can't rely on
Amen.
anybody else.
Amen.
We
Now,
can't.
how long, John, have you had Republican leadership now in Texas?
Oh,
how many
God.
years has it?
Well,
been
since
quite a
Ann
while,
Richards.
huh?
Since Ann Richards, and I missed that lady.
I miss her
and
too.
Molly
She was
Ivins.
awesome.
Yes,
She was amazing.
yes. She was an outstanding governor. And this state used to be blue. But when the Republicans did get control, when they did win, when George W. was in, not W. Yeah, W. This state turned red, and they redistrict this state. And that is something that, you know, it is hard to overcome. If you have the power and you have the power to continually draw the lines, then you just shift the lines in whatever neighborhood you need, down whatever street, make your damn district look like a freaking octopus.
I need 10 more people, so let's just get the gerrymander over here.
It's the
and blah, blah, blah.
politicians picking their voters.
Yeah.
That's who it is. And the politicians are red, so they get to pick their voters out of this little area, that little area, over here, get this guy over here. That's the way it's done here in Texas. And part of the For the People Act is provisions in there to stop partisan gerrymandering on either side. Let's make this shit fair. Let's make it standard. We can't have these districts that look like octopuses. Give me a freaking break. It's obvious you're lying, you're cheating, you're stealing. That's what you do. And here in Texas, it's very bad, and there's other states that are the same way. And, yeah. And I love Ann Richards, and George H.W. Bush was born with a silver foot in his mouth. That's right. That's Ann Richards' quote. Poor George, he can't help it. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth.
I remember that.
Molly Ivins ain't nothing in the middle of the road but dead skunks and yellow lines and dead skunk, whatever it was. That's with this bipartisan. Well, we got to get in the middle of the road. Fuck you, it's nothing but dead skunks. We've been there. And the skunks are Republicans, baby. Because we got to keep rolling over their ass. And we need to do something with the filibuster. You want to make it fair? Fine. Just go back to the rule. Stand on the floor and debate the issue. When you're done debating the issue, you vote on the issue. That's democracy, baby. That's the way our laws are supposed to work. When we stand by and get complacent and don't give a shit how the Senate does their business, that's what we ended up with. We ended up with a Senate that all somebody has to do is, well, we object, and that's it. The bill's dead.
Yeah, and then they go back to their office. That's
it.
bullshit.
You need a 60 vote. You need a 60 vote threshold just to debate the issue. Keith, was you going to say something, my friend?
I said there's no filibuster in the Constitution.
No.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit that could be taken away at any moment.
Created after the Civil War, 1868. It was created,
and it was used mainly to prevent civil rights from being put in effect. That's why they call it a relic of the Jim Crow laws, because that's what it was used for. It has no history of doing good. You know, it is a way for the minority to control the majority, to deny the majority. And we have the White House, we have the Senate, and we have the House of Representatives. But we cannot get the
54 to
people's
35 vote.
Yeah. Let's
Well, I wonder.
let's make our laws mean something.
Well, I wonder if they talked some sense into Chuck Schumer today.
Well, I hope so.
Democrat.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Because they're up there for a freaking reason, and I expect them to do diligent work. They're not up there on vacation. They're not there to have a great time, visit everything.
It seems like lately you don't hear a lot from Schumer. You don't hear a lot from Pelosi.
Well, she does her thing once a week on Thursdays, her press conference.
Teresa Diggum, if I'm not mistaken, the Electoral College is in the Constitution. Don't hold me to that.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Keith.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit up in this brain that goes, well, yeah, Rolodex, and then yes, I think, maybe no, yes, no. Anyway, I'm on the spot. I don't know, but yeah, but the filibuster is not, and the filibuster either needs to be abolished, or the rules need to be amended to do what it was intended to do and what it was presented as, a right for a possibility by bipartisanship, by debate, and it has turned into anything but. It has become a joke to the nation, and if we stand by and just don't do anything about it, then we accept it. I don't accept it. You're being lazy on your job.
The way the Senate was set up in the Constitution, there was no filibuster, and they were one senator, one vote. That's why the House of Representatives is based on population.
Right.
Senate was one senator, one vote.
That's right.
The whole bit about having to reach a 60 point is a bunch of crap.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The number of districts in your state depends on the population. And we just went through a census, and Texas picked up 2 districts. They're going to be red districts. That means 2 more Republican congressmen in the House, and our margin gets smaller. And another state, I can't remember which one now, also has, or several other states have more, pick up another district. And I believe they are Republican. So, yeah, we have to work extra hard.
I actually think the way they should do it is they should have one Democrat from a state, one Republican from a state. That's it.
Well, that's where our Constitution gives us the hook. It is up to the people. If you elect 2 Republican senators, you get 2 Republican senators.
Well, it's not split equally anyway. When you look at the Senate, we have 50 Democrats and we have 50 Republicans. Correct?
Right.
That's the way it sits right now. 50-50 deal. If you look at the population they represent, the 50 Democratic senators represent 46 million more people than the Republicans do.
Yes.
What's that tell you?
We represent a whole lot more people than the Republicans do. There ain't that many people in Wyoming, but they get 2 senators. You know? Everybody gets 2 senators. The number of congressmen from your state just depends on your population of your state. And,
right.
And that's how we get that. And but the House, the House is designed to be just the 3-ring circus, where they scream and they yell and they try to get things done and they introduce bills and they work it back and forth and all of this. But when they send it to the Senate, the Senate
might as well put a ring right there and have a bunch of tigers come in.
At times it is, but the Senate is.
I think Keith B wanted to say something, John.
Go ahead, Keith.
I was going to say the Senate, the way the Constitution has it set up, is the Senate is supposed to be, just like somebody said a minute ago, 2 from each state. 2 senators from each state.
Yeah. You get 2 from each state.
And the House is like you said. Well, somebody said that there's nothing wrong with the Senate if they do away with filibuster.
Exactly.
There was never supposed to be one.
No.
And that way, when something comes to the floor, it's an actual vote. One vote, one person. This whole bit about making a 60 vote threshold, that's not in the Constitution.
No.
Yeah.
These are all rules of the Senate voted on by the Senate. Until the Senate changes them, they're the rules. So we're not talking, about a law. We're talking about the rules of the Senate and how it operates. And we have let the Republican Party use those rules and manipulate those rules, and it gave them 3 Supreme Court justices. They're doing it. They're doing something right.
Yeah, they're pissing
we have
off Donnie.
ideals, and we want to play fair, and we want to give the other side an opportunity. We want to be partisan. We want to reach across the aisle, and every time we get a knife in the back. So I'm tired of playing that game. I want to play the game like they play the game. Except we don't have to lie about it. We can point to the liars. But we need to not take their bullshit. And this committee needs to get going. Yes, Johnny Flynn.
It's just a reminder. It's 8:17 over here Eastern, so I don't know how long you want to go.
Yeah, it's about time to wrap up the evening. I've gone a little over. My producer wasn't here to jump in. I didn't remember to hit the button. I hit the button. So I'm doing something.
It's all right.
Did you let your Patreon members go too?
One more thing.
What's that?
I got to.
Hold on, Bill.
Anyway, John, I was not attention to listening, and I missed a phone call from my daughter. I need to call her back.
You better go call that girl back.
So anyway, I will tell the man two quick things I wanted to share. One's on a personal note. My daughter, as most of you know, graduated in May from Notre Dame with a degree in neuroscience research, and she started her job yesterday in Bethesda, Maryland, at the National Institute of Health Neuroscience Research Center.
How you like them babies?
I'm very, very proud of my smart daughter. She got more brains than her old man, that's for sure.
It's supposed to be that way, Bill. Each generation, baby. They'll know more than we'll ever learn.
And the other thing I wanted to say is just to remind people, get involved. This next 15 months is crucial. Last cycle I was on a Senate committee to get Mr. Cunningham elected, and we fell short, 51 to 49. This time I'm going to help another guy out. Hopefully we can win, but I'm also on the Tri-County Commission here for strategy and planning for the Democrats, and we already hit the ground running. We're setting up all kinds of things, but our job is to educate people, tell the truth, debunk the lies, and get your friends out to vote.
Indeed.
The next year and change, talk it up, and when you go to vote, make sure you do two things. Already have talked one person into voting and drag another one with you. If we all do that, we'll win in the land. Win in a landslide.
It's all we have to do.
Yeah,
Bill,
John, I think
thank you for coming in, brother.
Anyway, love you guys. Talk to you next time.
All right, Bill. Take care of yourself.
John, if I may, Keith B, I think had one more thing to say to you.
Go ahead, Keith.
One more thing, John.
Yeah.
Before I leave. That has nothing to do with politics.
Nothing to do with politics. Screw that shit. What's it about, brother?
You see that picture of me? Yeah, that is me. That was back in the 90s when I used to sing. Wait.
Well, look at you. It's tiny on my screen. I can't hardly see it. But if I lean in.
Well, if you just wait and go to Facebook, you'll see it.
I think I have seen it bigger.
So,
well, aren't you just the devil?
well, through the 90s I was singing, and that's me there.
Boy, how did you?
That has nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with anything. But I just thought people.
Well, give us a yodel, buddy. Give us a little sample. Come on. Come on, you had a microphone in your hand before, brother. You know how this goes. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
There you go, baby.
Yeah.
Let that voice shine on. Keith, I love you, brother. Tell Kathy, give her my best.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Say something, Kathy. Oh, John, here's Kathy.
All right.
What?
Hey, Kathy, how are you doing, darling?
Oh, you guys have a good week. I'll see y'all later.
I love you, brother. Baby, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, Kathy. Yeah, my mouth don't work all the time.
Brother, that's okay.
All right, baby. Take care.
We're out of here.
All right, Keith, take care of yourself, brother. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
And let me see. Let me go through the list here. Who's with us? Johnny Fly. Of course.
Yeah.
We appreciate your voice in here every time you come in. Thank you.
I appreciate coming on. Thank you for having me. No problem. I'm glad to be of help.
There you go. And Tony Boyd.
Yes,
thank you, sir, for coming in. And thank you for sharing that with us.
No
Carl
problem.
Sagan.
I just want to see your thing when you do Beto, you and Travis.
If Beto gets close, baby, I'm there. The one I'm going to, the one I've been invited for, isn't Beto, but it's more of the district politics, and that's where it all happens here, and it happens in your neck of the woods. You can get invited to a soiree, and I guess that's what this is.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's going to be at a lounge downtown, where I've been to these before. A little kickoff party, everybody come in and mingle and get up and give a little speech or something, and it's fun, How you doing? Where are you from? I live down the block over here. I'm all for this person, and whatever.
Hey, John,
it's fun.
TW got kicked out again.
Oh, Lord. You know what I need? I need a producer. That's what oh, shit. How did the mouse get the... Oh, crap.
Hey, if I
Wait
could
a
bring him
minute.
in, I'd bring him in for you, John.
No, my son said go... Up. If it leaves this screen, which I try hard
now,
not to
there
let
you
it
go.
do.
Yeah, there you go. He's
yeah.
in.
There he
He's
is.
in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
We got him in just in...
bootin'.
Yeah, welcome to Discord. Well, just in time to say goodnight,
You-
TW. Thank you for being here, brother.
Oh, okay.
Take care of Mork for us. We appreciate it tremendously.
Oh yeah, we take care of the blue dot dog.
Outstanding. And Ben Stroud, thank you very much. Ben Solo, thank you for being here. We always enjoy it when you stop by. And let me see, who did I not get?
You got Keith
Hey,
B. You got
Jeremy. Man, you've been quiet, brother.
I've been eating dinner and working, but I enjoy listening in, being able to talk when I want. So that's that. But thanks for having me.
I appreciate you stopping by. I just noticed all of a sudden your voice wasn't in there that much. But we appreciate it anytime you come. Anytime we get cross-pollination, I love it, brother. So thank you for that. And let me
Sure, no problem.
see. Who'd I miss? Sparky Dunk. Sparky.
Yeah, John, I was out of the room for a little bit. The UPS man came and dropped off 2 big old packages of stuff we didn't order. So I'm a little fuming right
What,
now.
you getting free shit from Amazon or something nowadays? Just packages show up?
No.
It's
long
my stuff.
story.
I accidentally had it sent to your house. Just go ahead and forward it this way.
I
look at the bright.
got the 800 phone number. Gave it to my wife.
It's
said,
from a
"Call 'em up
dispensary,
and
brother.
Don't let this happen. Should happen again.
Yeah, don't bring me
Hey.
somebody else's crap. I don't want their
Hey,
crap. I
if
want
you
my
didn't
crap.
order it, just say.
Ira Z, don't
take
worry
it
about
and
that
say-
shit. That's not why we're here, baby. And thank you
No,
and
just
aloha.
say you can put it up for sale.
Huh? Put what up for sale? I'm not for
I
sale,
guess
buddy.
no, it's smart.
This
No,
body
no,
is not
no,
for sale, Johnny
I
Fly.
don't
Just
know
put
what
that out
they-
there, brother.
I don't know
just
what
saying.
they would charge you.
Charge me. I'd have to pay them these days, brother.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay.
I want to thank everybody for coming by and joining us tonight. We always appreciate your attendance here on Facebook, on YouTube. This family grows and stays together only because of the love and kindness of this family. And I thank all of y'all for being here. Mañana is Wednesday. We got a rant coming up. Hump Day. Me and Clyde will be here. And then we'll be back here again for another Thursday Blue Dot family meeting. And then we'll slide right into Beer and Bud Friday. The week is planned, baby. We got this shit. We'll be right into another weekend. And so please, just take care of yourself. Get the shot if you haven't got the shot. If not, and especially some areas, wear your mask. Don't forget the sanitizer just because you think this shit's over with.
Yeah.
It ain't over with. So stay
stay
active with your methods of prevention there. Wear your mask. Use hand sanitizer. And stay the hell away from nasty ass people. Anyway, thank you
Exactly.
all for being here and thank you for being a part of this family. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
Thank y'all for being here. Y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see y'all later. Now, if all works right, when I hit this button, all of a sudden, boom, we're magically gone. Need to get a fade button or something, Anyway,